We are here with head coach Zedrick for our weekly golf press conference. Coach, how do you feel the team performed at the Mason Rudolph Championship, considering going up against several nationally ranked teams and players?
Well, I think, honestly, we could have definitely played a lot better. We had, it was great seeing Pat with a chance to win. You've got a couple guys in that field ranked in the top 10 in the world amateur golf rankings, and probably 4 or 5 guys in the field at least that are going to be an All-American this year. So for Pat to go tee it up on Sunday with the legitimate chance to win the tournament, I think that says a lot about what he could be as a player, for sure. So that was good to see. I think it was we had several instances where guys had good rounds going, and it was bad stretch of holes somewhere that turned something low into something around par, or turned something a couple over into 5 or 6 over, and I think a tournament like that, and Vanderbilt actually does a really good job with how they put the field together. It's a regional field with the composition of teams, and they even they usually keep it at 13 or 14 teams, which is what every regional is. There's 3 with 13 and 3 with 14. So you get a pretty good measuring stick of like, if regionals were now, where are you at? And we've got some work in front of us for sure. But I think even a couple guys that didn't have good weeks from a score standpoint, I think gained a lot of confidence. But I think it's just belief. You can't be on the range and think of yourself as anything other than just, I'm just someone else that's here with a chance to win this week. And I still think that's a little bit of a hurdle we got to get over. It takes time, but it starts with your own our own individual and team mentalities about it. So definitely a lot we can improve on, but I think everyone is pretty fired up to get to work on it.
What did you see as the biggest strength in the team in this tournament, and what do you feel like they could work on moving on into the Boiler Invitational?
Well, definitely, like I said, I think part of it is just a belief, and I think we still have to do a lot of it's like unforced errors. It's like seeing someone just hit the ball onto the net on the tennis court, and we have too much of that. And I think sometimes you get to a golf course and we've struggled with it at times, where we go to a course that we don't have any past experience at, and we turn it into something else. We turn it into something that we've never seen, rather than saying, hey, at the end of the day, like, we're still trying to hit the ball a certain yardage to a certain target. And if you keep it about that, you can take that and play anywhere. And I think that's something we could do a little better job of. I think just after the tournament, some of the conversations I've had, I think, I guess if there is something that is a positive takeaway, is just, like I said, I think there is, even though the performance frankly was not close to our standard at all, I think there's a feeling that we can get there really quickly. And so it was not a discouraging week. I think if anything, it's going to encourage the guys to work harder and push harder, and that's what you want for sure.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
We are here with junior Patrick Flavin after the Mason Rudolph Championship. Patrick, what do you feel were the strengths and weaknesses of the team's performance at this tournament?
I felt like as a team we really were confident. Despite it being a really good field, we felt ready and comfortable to be there. I felt like we were all prepared, and I think that was really key, is having a really good week, a couple weeks of preparation. And I think we're going to take those into the future for the rest of our season. So I think there are lots of positives for sure. I mean, we didn't play our best, but I think everybody is very confident in themselves and that we really can compete at that level. And then weaknesses, I think just looking at the stats, we just did not take care of the par fives. That part of our game is normally really strong for us, and when we do play the par fives really well, we give ourselves a chance to win as a team and individually. And so I think for us, it's about just, like Coach mentioned, is just being smart about the way we go about the course, and especially on the par fives. Like, it's very easy to take yourself out of the hole when you could just make it an easy birdie. So I think if we do a little bit better with being a little bit more prepared for exactly what we need to do individually on specific holes, then I think we'll be in a good spot.
How do you feel about your individual performance at the tournament, considering you were in first place in the second round?
I think giving myself a chance to win was a big goal of mine. being in a great field like that and still having a chance to win was a great confidence booster for me. It was disappointing for sure to not end up winning and to have sort of a rough final round, but to be in that position again was a great learning experience, and I definitely learned a lot, and I felt like just to be in that position was really a big bonus for me.
Thanks, Patrick.